Hello, wonderful learners, smart learners. Welcome back to our videos. My name is Mr. Wilfred, and now I'll be taking you through mathematics grade 9. In this particular video, we are doing the first strand of mathematics grade 9, which is numbers. And I want us to specifically concentrate on addition of integers. Remember, when it comes to integers, integers are positive and negative numbers. And in the operations of these positive and negative numbers, we have addition, we also have subtraction, we have multiplication, and finally we have division. These are the four operations. Just follow me and please concentrate as we cover all these operations. And remember, by the end of this substrand, we shall be having combined operations where we shall be having the positives, negatives being multiplied, added, and also divided. Let us do an example for addition of integers. Remember, I have said that an integer is a positive or a negative number. So integers are positive or, and also not or, but and negative and positive numbers. These are what we call integers. Now, let us give an example. First example on addition. Example 1. Example 1. Positive 4 brackets plus another bracket, positive 3. We are adding two positive integers. I want us to be using a number line. There are so many examples, but one of using a number line, the one that we shall be using a number line is the most appropriate for these examples that I will be giving you. So the first thing is we draw a number line. So we draw a number line. Steps, draw a number line. I know from grade 8, you have some information about a number line. So draw a number line. So I will take a ruler and make a very straight line. Call it a number line. So my number line is right here, as straight as that. And I must ensure that it has arrows on both ends. Then before I put the values that I want to put in this number line, I will have to consider the numbers I'm seeing. I'm seeing positive 4 here and also positive 3 and probably some other numbers that are surrounding them. So for a number line, we can say now 0 is here. Then we say this is 1, actually positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, positive 5, positive 6, positive 7, positive 8, and I can stop at positive 9, for example. I'm just making an estimate, but I have to consider where these numbers will fall. That is one thing that you look at before you come up with a number line. After making a number line, step 2, you stand at positive 4. So start from step 2, from positive 4 on the number line, move how many steps? 3 steps. 3 steps to the right. So we are standing, we will stand at, in fact, I can circle that position of positive 4. Then I'll be required to move 3 steps towards the right. When you're moving towards the right, for number lines, it is when it is a positive. But if it was a minus, of course, we shall reach at a point of discussing about subtraction, we move towards the negative, or that is towards the left. So I will use another ink and show you the number of steps moving towards the right. I will move 1 step, 2, at this point, 2, then 3 at that point. So I have moved 1, 2, 3 steps as dictated by the question. And then I land at 7. I have landed at positive positive 7, and that is the answer. So it means positive 4 plus positive 3 is definitely positive 7. So the answer is positive 7. Maybe we do another example. Example 2. Example 2. Our example 2 shall look like this. Example 2. Use a number line. Use a number line. Use a number line to add the following integers. To add the following integers. Use a number line to add the following integers. A, negative 6 plus negative 4. And then, of course, but let us do that one first before we write B. Solution. Solution here. So we draw a number line. Draw a number line. I'm still using my green pen. Draw a number line, but you must consider that number line must have negative 6 somewhere, so that we can be able to take into account of the numbers that we shall be having on that number line. That is my number line. It must be very, very straight. Then arrows on both ends like that. And then because I think we are supposed to have our 0 on this side, let's say 0 is here. And of course, between at the intervals of each and every digit or number, we must have equal, the spaces between the two numbers must be uniform throughout the number line. So let's say this is positive 1. That is towards the positive, and then direction to the negative, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9. And because I did some estimation, I want to add one more value. This is about estimation. I think we can have our negative 10 here. So as usual, once you have the number line, you'll stand at negative 6. So it's good you circle it like this. Then consider knowing which direction you are moving. This is a positive but minus 4. That means when it is a positive and a negative, that one is equals to a negative. So it means we will move 4 steps towards the left because of this negative. Because of this negative at 4, then we shall move opposite direction and not the positive direction. So we shall go how many steps? 4 steps to the left. So we shall go first step, 2, 3, and finally the 4th step. So we have moved 1, 2, 3, 4 steps towards the left. Towards the left because of this negative on 4. And then we shall settle with the last value we get there is negative 10. So it means negative 6 plus negative 4 is equivalent to negative 10. You're done with that. That was A. B of the same. B. Negative 4 brackets plus positive 2. Again, we draw the number line. Draw the number line like that. Consider these values, an arrow on this end, another arrow on this end. So we'll be considering the numbers that we have in that question. Those numbers are negative 4 and of course 2. So I would wish that we begin with negative 4 here. We go to negative 3, proper estimation, negative 2, negative 1. Then we have 0, probably positive 1, positive 2. We don't need all of them. We just need a few that will be covering our question. So now, at this point, I said we will stand at positive 4. Different ink. We will stand at negative 4, sorry, negative 4. And then how many steps are we moving towards which direction? We are moving 2 steps to the right because it is a positive. So 2 steps. First step, second step. So we have moved 2 steps towards the right. So we shall land at negative 2. So it means negative 4 plus positive 2 is equivalent to negative 2. That is the answer that we get. I will give you the last example, example 3, that will be a word problem. The last example, example 3, that is going to be a word problem. Example 3. Example 3, and in this case we want to try a word problem. Most learners will run away from word problems, maybe because of a little bit of language, understanding tense and what have you, and also the vocabulary. But I would just want to tell you that word problems are very easy. Just practice on how to interpret word problems, and they are the easiest problems you can get in mathematics. In a tournament, write this question down. In a tournament, Jason's scores, in a tournament, Jason's scores were colon or semicolon negative 1, 4, 3 and negative 2 for 4 rounds. For 4 rounds. 4 rounds. What's now the question? What was his final score? Final score. What was his final score? This is a word problem that also requires us to use a number line in coming up with the answer. Again, as usual, we can see the numbers that we have. We have negative 1, so we have 4, we have 3. All these are steps that we shall be following. So solution, number line. So I will draw a number line like this, then ensure that it has arrows on both ends. And yes, I need to stand at negative 1. That means I will let me put 0 here. Then I go no, let me just move it up to this point. Let's say 0 is here, then it means 1 is here, 2 is here, 3 positives. These are positive numbers because they are towards the right of the number line. And of course 4 is right here, positive 4, and maybe positive 5 here. And there is also negative 1 moving this way. This is a 0, so negative 1 is here, then negative 2 is here, negative 3 is there. Just you move on like that. I think I need to add one more. I think that number line is almost, yeah, let us reach that point. Let's say this arrow goes to this end, so we shall have a positive 6 right here. So the arrangement of the values that we have in the question, we have negative 1. We also have 4 steps, we shall have 3 steps, and we shall have negative 2. All these are supposed to be the steps that we follow. So we stand at negative 1. So I will take you up to negative 1. Then how many steps are we going to move? Because it's plus, plus, plus. So we shall move 4 steps towards the right. So let us move together. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are there now. This is the first, second, third, 4 steps, and we are at positive 3. Then we move another 3 steps. Use another ink. From where we are, we move another 3 steps. 1, 2, 3 steps. Yeah. Then we subtract plus negative 2. Now instead we shall move 2 steps the opposite direction now to finish up our question. So from 6, we'll move 1 and the last step. So the final answer is going to be, so the first thing we did is -1 plus 4 steps. Then we added another 3. So the red represents the 4 steps, the first 4 steps. Then the blue that you can see is 3 steps towards the right still, and plus -2. Now the black one represents the 2 steps moving towards the negative direction, or towards the left hand side. So it means -1 plus 4 plus 3 plus -2. The answer is +4. So learners, thank you very much for watching my video. See you in the next video.